Hey guys, Phoenix Spring Tarot. So, the all female blue astronaut team has been getting a lot of backlash for taking up space in the Earth's atmosphere, particularly Katy Perry. And I have to say, what I'm really, really proud of is the collective connecting with their intuition, immediately spotting that something is wrong. So even when the Blue Origin or Gail King came out and said, "Oh, you wouldn't say this about men," or "Oh, you're not doing your due diligence," and whatever, people doubled down and said, "This just for us doesn't make any sense." So in this reading, what we'll be doing, I'm not going to get caught up as to whether they went into space or not and that sort of thing and the conspiracy of it all, because we know that they went up to the, what they call it is the Kármán line in the Earth's atmosphere, which is a few hundred kilometers above commercial aircrafts, right? And the Kármán line is the last boundary before what is deemed as outer space. So we know all of this already, right? So that's my understanding. But what I'm really interested in is what was the reason and what was the motivation behind this in the first place? Why put out that you went into outer space? You know, in this day and age, that people are going to dig into this to see what they can find, and it would have eventually been revealed. They only went up for 11 minutes, 5 of those minutes spent in space. And, so we would have eventually found this out. So there was a lot of, their onesies and who designed them and, who was going up there. So I just want to forget about those headlines and forget about trash and Katy Perry. Well, we would look into Katy Perry's energy because I've been saying for a minute, I did a soul profile reading into Katy Perry. I think it was August last year. I'll put in the thumbnail so you can find it. And I said at that time her energy was off. And you're kind of, and I got a lot of backlash for that reading, but you're kind of seeing it playing out here and you're kind of seeing what I mean. All right, so we're going to look at all of that in the reading. So, Spirit guides, guardian angels of the highest light, of the highest divine frequency, please protect myself, please protect and bless those viewing this reading. May we only channel messages of the highest truth, of the highest accuracy. May we channel messages that could help expand our awareness into this situation, reflect on the lessons learned, and elevate the collective. So in this reading, we'll look at specific questions, such as what's going on in Katy Perry's energy. What does Jeff Bezos think about all of this? And of course, as we mentioned before, the reason for this big mission. Two of Cups. Oh my God. You cannot make this stuff up. Is this even real? Hang on, guys. Hang on a minute. I'll say what I'm seeing. Let me just make some space. One of the reasons that's coming through here. So we have Two of Cups, the Emperor, the Lovers, and the Moon. Okay, so firstly, because this message here is, I can't believe it, so I'm just going to just give myself time for the message of these cards to marinate. What I'm seeing is with the Moon and the Temperance energy and the Hierophant, it's almost as if, and the suspicion is correct, there is an ulterior motive behind all of this, behind this fake mission and the women going up and that sort of thing. There is a motive behind it. What I'm picking up with this Hierophant card, I'm sort of seeing something along the lines of investors. So people, it's like something was a trial run. And now, of course, going up to the Kármán line and for 11 minutes, that I'm not talking about that. Of course, that may look like a trial, but it's as if the public's perception of it is what these people, like these investors or these higher ups, are interested in. They may be investors in the Blue Origin. They may be people that we may not necessarily be aware of. They're giving me the image. They're giving me the, like, behind the veil of people is what I'm being told. It's like it wasn't about Blue Origin and them going up to space and women in space. I mean, that was by the by. And I'm coming with the Lovers and with the Two of Cups, the Lovers and the Emperor. I'm coming to that side of it. It's like it's people's reaction and how the trip was going to be perceived. That is what is of interest, because we have the Moon energy here, and that talks to me, the Moon energy and the Temperance. So the Temperance talks about going back and forth, how someone feels, expressing how you feel. It's almost as if I'm being told, we as a collective, we fell for the bait. In the introduction, I was saying, yes, our intuition was right and blah, 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 but there's a hidden ulterior motive and game that's going on here with the moon energy that's hidden, that isn't quite obvious. And for a lot of us, I think for our collective intuition, that's what's triggering us a bit. But this was a way, and so a lot of people have been saying, this is a waste of time, it's this, it's that. And yes, on the surface, it looks like a waste of time. Why put in all that money and resources and time just to go up for 11 minutes and back down again? But for these people at Blue Origins, the point wasn't that. There is a hidden motive that's at play. And that hidden motive at play, what they're telling me, is how the public was going to react to it. It's like people on the outside observing you and observing the public and observing what the public is saying. Now, in the background, though, people are viewing this with the Three of Cups as a success. For them, it's a success. We're not seeing it at the moment because we have the moon energy, meaning something is hidden. Do you see this black circle, this black void? Like there is something is hidden behind here. We're not seeing everything. With this Pisces watery energy, we're not seeing everything. But from a Blue Origin standpoint, with the Three of Cups, they're celebrating. Like they got everything they wanted out of this. To be very surface, a lot of what they wanted was, let's say, publicity and eyes on Blue Origin and all of that. Like on the surface, it is that. So they got what they wanted, but it wasn't only that. Like just getting the publicity and so on is like a small fraction and percentage of what it is they were looking to do. So we'll get into the cards and we'll delve deeper into it. Now, before I delve deeper into that, let's go into, in fact, this is that Katy Perry's energy. This is that Katy Perry's energy. We'll come to it in a minute. Okay, so these are Ten of Wands, Five of Cups, the Star, Princess of Cups, Ace of Swords. So that's that Katy Perry's energy. We're going to come to that in a moment. I'm just going to put the cards over here. Just let me get clarifiers for these three, the Two of Cups, the Emperor, and the Lovers. What I'm picking up with this Two of Cups, the Emperor, and the Lovers, this is Jeff Bezos in the middle here. That's him front and center, coming up and coming through. He has this Two of Cups here. He has the Lovers on the other side. This was something, so to platform his wife, I believe, or his partner, it's like he wanted to do something where she would be involved. And there is something about her, it's something that she is starting up on her own or in her own right. And they're using her being on this flight and so on as the vehicle for it. Don't be surprised if in the next upcoming weeks and months we hear, oh God, for goodness sake, I always do this. I should be getting all these people's names before I start a reading. Not the wife, the girlfriend. Like Lauren Sanchez, right? Like she's going into outer space, she's wearing skims, and it's all of that. It's like there is something, particularly with the Four of Wands, it's like there is something that she is going to be looking to launch. There's something that's like a new start of an initiative or something that is going to be particularly for her. And it's as if this, with the Two of Cups, the Emperor, and the Lovers card, is her initiation into that. Can you provide a bit more about this? Was just Googling, and you just see me in real time Googling her name, Lauren Sanchez, and I thought that they were married already. But aren't they married? Because on Google, she's not coming up as a wife, she's coming up as a partner. I think Mackenzie Scott is coming up as the wife. But anyway, it's like there is something of, they're just drawing me to this pentacle here and the sun. It's like, it's something of a new start, an initiation for her. It's like a commitment to her. It's like getting her more involved in his life to show that he means business. But I feel all of those reasons are even surface. There's something deeper that's coming through, which is going to show that he has made the choice for her with his lover's energy to really acknowledge her. I mean, he acknowledges her, he goes everywhere with her. They're photographed. I mean, he treats her like a wife, but it's as if this goes deeper. It's deeper than a ring. they're giving me this phrase like, women, you're going to be short-sighted if you feel it's just about the ring, it's about making the money moves, it's about the chestnut checkers, it's about all of that. Like, Lauren Sanchez is a smart bunny. There's something about that going on here, particularly with the sun. Like, there's something that she's being positioned front and center for, that she's always wanted, like to be taken seriously, to be seen as more than just being on his arm. And he has granted that to her. There is something else about this. Picking up that, oh, Wheel of Fortune, Five of Swords. Yep. So what they're saying is that they orchestrated it for her, from her perspective. This with the Wheel of Fortune and the Five of Swords hasn't gone according to plan and the way that they would have liked it to go, from Lauren Sanchez's perspective. So let's get into that. Reason why this hasn't gone as expected. I'm picking up not being happy with Katy Perry. Yeah, the death card. It's like, someone feeling that they could have been protected more in terms of all of this and not being happy with Katy Perry. I'm going to come into Katy Perry's energy in just a moment. Mm. Like, someone feels exposed, someone feels vulnerable. But I'm being shown that behind the scenes, they have been able, for Lauren Sanchez, in terms of the backlash. Oops, sorry. In terms of the backlash from this, it's with this Wheel of Fortune and Five of Swords coming through sideways. It's like it could have been worse, but they've managed to stave it off, like from doing work in the background to stave off around Lauren Sanchez the impact of this negative publicity and negative PR on her. When it comes to death and the world, this could, can I, okay, the way they're giving it to me is that someone's been made a scapegoat of, and that person could very well be Katy Perry, in order to protect and do damage control around Blue Origin and around Lauren and other chosen people there. I'm going to come back to that. Like, this is but Death on the World card is like to someone's reputation and someone's, yeah, it's like that is coming to an end now. Like, and they Saint Katy Perry, it could very well be someone else, but I'm not picking up that it's Blue Origin, because I'm picking up a celebration here. And I'm going to come back to why the Blue Origin people are celebrating. They don't care really about, oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. They're explaining it. It's like a lot of this bad publicity is like people in the background have channeled it to Katy Perry, with Katy Perry being the fall guy for this, to sort of, with the Wheel of Fortune and the Five of Swords, protect Blue Origin. So there, it's like someone giving the green light and go ahead for something at Blue Origins. It's like the investors or people that have money and interest in Blue Origin are happy with what they've seen. They have to go ahead to proceed. But we have it at the downfall of someone. I'm just saying what the card, whether you agree, whether you don't, I'm just saying what the cards are showing. And Lauren Sanchez, and even, I would dare I say, the other woman. You're not really hearing about Lauren Sanchez, you're not really hearing about the other woman, you're not really hearing about them, but you're hearing about Katy Perry. And this is why I feel, particularly this woman with dark hair and being on show and twirling and doing tricks and performing and that sort of thing. And I have to be careful with YouTube, but I feel that someone was made a scapegoat of. And that's being made a scapegoat of with the moon energy behind the scenes here. It's behind the scenes operating. It's like this could very well be approaching the end of someone's career. That's just what I'm seeing. Don't shoot the messenger. Um, Now, before I go into Katy more, do I go into Katy Perry now? Sorry, I just want to go into Blue Origins a little bit. And like, I just want a message that investors are happy with it. It's all systems go. Now, one thing that Gail King said, which is, to be fair on her, is true, they're saying, is that with Blue Origins and what Blue Origins wants to do and so on, is they're giving me sort of, yeah, this is what I'm saying, guys. It's like With the strength card and the eight of wands. The eight of wands talks about, look at this guy. He's like, hi, like he's going full steam ahead. And the strength card, that's talking about, the strength card could be the chariot card. It's talking about all systems go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. You have permission to go. With the high priestess here as well, it's like there is something hidden. Again, it's talking about hidden. It's something that, and I'm looking at the water, we had the moon with the Pisces energy there as well. It's something that they have been given the go ahead to do. And in terms of what they've been given the go ahead to do, is what I'm being told. I'm going to see, they're giving me the image of it. So I'm going to see whether I can describe it fully for you guys. They're going to be canvassing for more private investors, is what I'm seeing with the Two of Pentacles. It's like it's like what they did with this fake mission. It was as if it was to drum up money for more investors, and the more investors is something that they're going to get. With the boat and the water in the background, I'm seeing about exploration. And exploration, when it comes to tourism, is what they're showing me. It's like people could, if they wanted to go into space and pay 100,000 upwards or whatever, they could have this experience. But they're telling me, but that's out in the press already. It's like tourism is not even going to be the main thing. Like tourism is going to be the starting block of what they'll be looking to do. I'm sort of being shown like ecosystems. It's like something along the lines of ecosystems is the best way I could find. Ecosystems, or sorry, they're showing me a dome, and they're showing me like plants and vegetation and so on under a dome, is what I'm seeing. They're also giving me the phrase rival NASA. They're giving me the phrase Jeff Bezos and his legacy. Sorry, guys, I'm just channeling in. There is something else going on that is the true. And I'm being also given the phrase they control the media, they control the narrative, they control what you hear. So, with this situation with them, it's a win win. It's definitely exploration, it's rivaling NASA. It's along the lines of when you have private corporate financial backers and you take it out of the hands of government, what can you do? It's like the sky is the limit. It's beyond what we, in our current collective state, could even begin to wrap our minds around and comprehend, is what Jeff Bezos has in mind. That's why I'm struggling to find the words to describe it. But they've been given whatever it is, they've been given the go ahead for it. And it's using technology with this high priestess, as well as what I'm picking up that not even NASA may be aware of. With the high priestess, I'm picking up that they are given the go ahead for funding and to bring people on board as well, who are really clever, they're really smart, they have that knowledge, they have the expertise, even knowledge that may be experiential, that people may think, oh, it's theory, it's in a lab. It's like it's providing funding for them to fully explore it. It's going into areas that government and NASA don't want to go into. And all of this with the first female taking up space and whatever, that's by the by, it's fodder. The real thing behind the scenes is for them to let the investors know, to let people behind the veil, to let people, not even government, forget about government. These are people, again, who can't, I always say, these are people who you can't find them on Google. They are the ones who run the world. They're the ones with the money. It's like getting them involved, getting them to sign off, getting them on board for this. That taking up space is just little fodder. It doesn't matter. We're just getting consumed in something that is by the by. Okay, so let's get into Katy Perry. Let's get into Katy Perry. What much time do I have? 23. So the initial cards that I got for Katy Perry was, as we said, the Ten of Swords, the Five of Cups. This is embarrassment. This is shame. I'm hung out to dry. And to a certain extent, not even expecting this backlash either. Not like things didn't go really with this Five of Cups disappointment. Things have not gone the way she expected them to go. She was really, with this Five of Cups, really banking on this going in a different direction. Notice that this is Katy Perry. Notice that we have a planet above, like space. I'm telling you, these spirit guides be messy. Yeah, this is what I was picking up on with this star energy. She had really high hopes of this going a different way with the star and with the Princess of Cups. Like, I'm picking up with the Ace of Swords. We picked up like probably a rejuvenation and injection into her career. You know, she had, I think, a butterfly and, you know, her tour dates. Imagine of all the things you take up to space, you know? So she had positioned herself, you know, she's a pop star up there, you know, she's like pop star prince, the pop star princess, that sort of thing. And, you know, she's growing up there, you know, bringing publicity, bringing that razzle dazzle to, because everyone was fixated on her because out of everyone besides Lauren Sanchez, she's the one that everyone really knows when you think about it. So she was the princess up there, she's the star, you know, expecting it to go a completely different way. And it didn't. Let's just see what else. Why did there was something else I wanted to pick up with Katy Perry, and I don't think the question of why, how did she get onto this? Oh, yikes, yikes, yikes. Yeah, Ace of Wands. Here's the thing, like, yeah, we have Ace of Swords. I think she expected this with an Ace of Swords. It was like with the Princess and the Ace of Swords, I think she was expecting it to give her name, to give her brand, to give her music career, take it as you call it, but she expected this to give her a boost. With the Ace of Swords, it was a strategy. She went up for a strategic reason. She expected it to give her a boost. You know, for people to be talking about her and everything after. That was the Ace of Swords. That was the reason and the justification, a rebrand, a boost. But with the Ace of Swords reverse and the Magician, it's like people just saw through it and saw through what she was trying to do. Ace of Swords reverse is not the best thing, but it's still energy you could work with. And notice that we have not Ace of Swords, Ace of Wands, sorry, it's reversed. And notice that we have wands here. So we have the beginning and the end. So it's like the end, you know, things haven't been going according to plan with her of late. She expected, you know, to start anew, to start afresh with the ace is a new beginning. It's a bang, you know, going with a bang, but it's getting a bang for all the wrong reasons. Because with the magician energy, people, again, with their intuition, this is us as a collective, have seen through this and they're not buying it. It doesn't mean that this can't be fixed from her perspective, because sometimes bad publicity is still good publicity, as you could see with Kylie Jenner and Timothy Chalamet. Sometimes people feel that just being on the news is enough. This is what I wanted to pick up, and I didn't. Like, sorry, let me finish this thought. Sometimes people feel that just being in the news and so on is enough, you know, because it keeps your name trending, it keeps you trending. So even bad publicity is good publicity. It doesn't matter. Da 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 da. However, I am picking up, and I mean, before I get into this message to wrap up my reading, I just want to get into this. How does Katy Perry? I know Katy Perry feels disappointed. Like this is she feels that she's being hung out to dry with the Five of Cups. This is very ashamed. This is very embarrassed, disappointed. I'm picking up shock with this energy. Even she really didn't expect it to go this way. What I just want to see whether there's anything else we could pick up on this. Anything else with this energy? Anything else? Mm, not it's not all lost with this. It's not all lost. This King of Swords wanted to come up before, and I didn't have a message for it, but we have a message now. Even though it may feel bad right now, all is not lost, though. It's not. Like, she may have been felt that she was thrown under, there's a bit of a thrown under the bus, there's a bit of a setup energy, but I'm picking up here that all is not lost, though. With this Two of Wands, it's like, okay, let me fully explain what I'm seeing here. So with the High Priestess and with the Five of Pentacles, there is currently a fear that what has happened is going to have a financial impact on her viability. You know, with this Five of Pentacles, you know, because these people are moving and these people in movement, her tour comes to mind. And it's the way from a higher perspective, what she's looking at strategically, she's looking ahead and she's thinking, how is this going to affect my bottom line? However, I'm not picking up here with this King of Swords that all is going to be lost. No. Oh my God, another message is coming through. There was a faint message I was picking up about Lauren Sanchez. And I think with a lot of this, the way Katy Perry was acting and so on with the five of wands here, I want to know if they have fallen out or something behind the scenes. I'm just going to let that linger as a very faint message between Lauren Sanchez and Katy Perry, whether there was a falling out behind the scenes. I'm just going to leave that there because I'm seeing Lauren's energy coming through. Yeah, this is what I was. Okay, whew, thank you. I think that there is some prostration or some Katy Perry, some begging the powers that be. Please give me another. Please, give me a lifeline. That's the one. Give me a lifeline. It's like Katy Perry in the background is asking for a lifeline, asking for a lifeline with the Seven of Cups to help with all this backlash that she's getting. And they would give it to her. She is getting it. How she's getting it, I don't know. But that is what I was seeing with the Two of Wands and the Ace of Cups. Finally, this is making sense because I was seeing this and I was just like, how are we jumping to this? But they've explained it. So they've given it to me. She's going to be given a lifeline with the Two of Wands and the Ace of Cups to be able to dig herself out of this. I don't know how they're going to do it. They're not telling me how she's going to do it. But it's as if there was something behind the scenes between Katy Perry and Lauren Sanchez. Or even if it wasn't that, it's like Katy goes and she frustrates her. She says, please, please, please rectify this, fix this. Because something happened behind the scenes, but there's someone that she's going to in particular. It's a King of Swords that she's going to. And swords, again, remember we saw the Ace of Swords earlier. We were talking about strategy and rebranding and the way you want to come across. It's like, but this is Ace, is an idea of a strategy, and you're waiting for it to come to fruition, or you're hoping that it comes to fruition. It's like she goes to someone, either in the Blue Origins camp or in the Jeff Bezos' camp or linked to Jeff Bezos. This is someone who controls with the sword. It's controlling the media. It's controlling word. You know, that Libra energy there. Don't know if they could be Libra, have placements, I don't know. But it's someone, it's like appealing to someone to be fair and not to throw me, like you've thrown me under the bus, you've thrown me for the wolves. But give me something. Like, let me have a lifeline at the end of this. Give me something, is what I'm picking up on here. Yeah. What I pick up with Katy Perry, and why is very final, do I have time for this? I may not have time for this. Let's do this really quickly. How did Katy Perry get mixed up in this energy? Like, Katy Perry was our Kissed a Girl and I liked it. Teenage Dream, Bubble Pop, like how, and that reading, that soul profile reading I did on her last year, I was just like, this energy of Katy Perry's, it's, go and watch that reading. I got a lot of backlash for it, but it's as if she's trying really hard to get into an inner club. You know, this whole, the way she was ringing that bell so hard, and then this flower, and then she goes up for 5 seconds and she comes back and she's kissing the earth. Like, it's just so over the top. And it brings up to me someone who's trying really hard. But she's trying really hard and this is what she's trying really hard. And to us as a public looking in, it's coming across as fake, it's coming across as phony. And I think that's what's triggering people. And as a collective, we have a very intuitively, as a collective now, we have very good instincts for spotting something that doesn't seem true. And I don't think Katy Perry was necessarily doing it for us. I think she was doing it for, like, she's playing up to someone, she's playing up to something. I got this last year and I'm going to say it again. It's like there's an inner crowd that she's looking to be a part of. The high priestess has come up to her again, and that high priestess is like this inner crowd, this inner circle, this inner group. I said this last year, it's coming up again. It's like, you want to be a part of us? Prove yourself. We're going to give you a trial run in this group. We're going to see whether you belong. We're going to see whether you have what it takes to hang around with us. That's what I keep on getting with her and this energy. Like, yeah, the strength card. We're going to see if you have what it takes to really connect and be with us and be with our group. How much do you want it? How much are you going to work for it? It's like that in a group. With this, and she's been trying, and this is the thing I came up with last August. She either has not been getting what she expects to get out of this, or she may not get what she expects to get out of this. From last year, when that before her album came out, I said the album would not do anything. And it's as if she's been trying and knocking on the door of this inner society, expecting a 6 of Wands moment, and instead she's getting a 3 of Swords being stabbed in the back and people walking away. But I again, and see, we have the Ace of Swands up, we have the Ace of Pentacles up. Yeah, this is how she feels, that she's been pushed away, and this mind just come through reverse. But it's as if I don't know how, but things are going to finally turn around. It's almost as if people refer to it as a humiliation ritual or something like that. Like, I'm not saying that she's going through that, but I've heard people refer to what she's going through as that, to prove yourself. I don't necessarily believe in humiliation rituals. I just think that Katy Perry is just trying very, very hard to be a part of an inner group and in a circle and whatever. And in the process of trying too hard, it's like the nerdy girl trying to be part of the cool group. And in the process of trying too hard, she's just embarrassed herself. Like, that's what I see out of this. And this is her embarrassment, basically. That's how I see it. Okay, guys, I am going to leave it there. Let me know what you think, and I will see you all in future readings. Bye for now.